Hello and welcome back, Pin Builders. We have a video here for you on our update 3.7.18. So if you take a glimpse at this screen right here, you'll see one of the new little features we've added. It's probably hard to notice, but let's just go ahead and zoom on up to another view. Do you see anything happening there that looks new? Yes! Attract mode! Woohoo! So we've started up our attract mode implementation. And what you see here is a few different things. In the middle here, there is a blue series of inserts that are sequential as the I'm sorry, I can't even formulate words correctly today. As the attract mode goes, what it does is it looks at your logic controllers and how they're set up. So the blue lights are set up as a sequential logic controller. So it just cycles through those as it would, right? So that makes sense. And then the one on the right there, the green circle of lights, that one is set up to be random. And you don't have to do anything for this attract mode to work. All you need to do is just keep what you're doing. In fact, let's see, if I load up a game like Kaiju, or wait, no. I meant to get Kaiju Battle, but this one will work. So here you can see that the lights are just doing what they do. I haven't even set anything up for this other than the logic controllers and everything that were already in place for it. So it's really nice. So that's just a basic attract mode. Now you may have noticed something else. If I pull out here, you might notice something new. And this is a thing we posted a picture of recently, and that is we have added some different shooter knobs. So let's go take a look at shooter knobs real quick. They're very easy to set up. If we spin around here and we look at our cabinet and we press the number 2 button, or you click on the cabinet, it'll go into cabinet mode, and from here we can see a few new objects, or items I should say, in our drop-down lists up here. One of which is this plunger type. So if we select standard classic B, that's the one with the little pokey end on it. So I've seen that on a lot of Bally restorations I've done over the years, so I put that one on there. And there's the classic Williams rounded type, which is just your standard rounded. Then we have a big chrome spherical ball, if you want just a nice steel ball on there. And we have then a classic rounded type. This should actually say classic W plastic. And to change the colors on these, we click here, and you can change that to whatever color you want. And if you cancel out, it'll just set it to black. So anyways, there's that. And then we have also spherical lit. So you can have a lit knob if you want a knob that's lit. And this also applies to that as well. And for those of you metalheads out there, we've added a cool skull one also, which looks pretty cool. I think that is suitable for heavy gunner, so let's just save that and go see what that looks like in here. And that's what it looks like. That's pretty badass. Got some cool stuff happening here. More to come. We'll have more knobs to choose from. Some with maybe dangly things on there that bounce around, but I don't know. You know, we've been experimenting with the jaw on this skull thing, like flopping around, and it looks pretty cool, but we're not sure if it's really necessary or not. So anyways, those are a couple of the things that we've done in that regard. So let's see what else we've done. Okay, something else that we've done for this latest update is we've actually done some material changes to the flippers. Now, you're not going to see any difference in the normal flippers, but if you check the variant short, You'll see those are normal. And then you'll see standard lit. Ooh, what's that? Ah, look at that. It's actually illuminated. So you can change the color to whatever you want. And what's nice about that is that when you go into play mode here and take the lights all the way down, you can still see your flippers. And what the idea here is that we're going to make everything illuminatable, if that's a word, and that way you could have games that operate in complete darkness. So that could be fun. And we already have an effect on the ball that illuminates it. We just haven't really implemented it into the game very much yet. So that's one thing. You can change your flipper colors. And let's see, we've done this also for drop targets. So if you want to change this to the classic lit, it's going to be lit like that. Now you can change the colors of these as well if you want to. Of course, let's get red. There we go. And then you have a lit red one. And as we can see, if we take the lights down, you can see it looks pretty cool. And you will notice that the decals fade out and are invisible when you select a lit. We're working on that, but we figured, we'll give you the lit option. And we are also, I hope you know and realize that we're working on making these decals changeable so that you can change them to literally anything you want. Same will be true for the spinner. The spinner has a decal here, but we have sort of hidden it in the game for now for reasons. And eventually, though, not long from now, the spinner will be able to be lit like this, and decals will be modifiable for those. So those are a couple of the other new things coming up. But okay, so another thing that we've done is we've revamped our rubber bounce option. So let me just show you that real quick. So I want to go into edit mode, and I'm going to use this ball spawner and this stretchy thing down here. I have it set for no bounce at all. So when the ball comes down, it should just kind of roll along it. Yeah, see, it doesn't really bounce. Like it's bouncing on the flippers, but it just kind of rolls down because there's just literally like no bounce to it at all. And if you want to, number 4 is where everything defaults. So that's your standard rubber bounce right there. And then if you want, you can take it all the way up to 9, and you can make it very, very bouncy. This is maximum bounciness. As you can see, the balls really go bouncing pretty good. So everything with rubber on it has that option. So you can set literally anything up with rubber that has that option. So here we have flippers. You can set their bounce level. Rubber posts, any of these items that have rubber on them, they're all configurable for this. Let's see. It seems like, speaking of those things, it seems like we've added something else in here. What was it? I don't know. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter now. Oh, no, that's not what I was thinking. Oh, yeah, I did forget to show you something. So you may have noticed that these lights didn't flash during attract mode. Well, let's click number 3 and go into the logic editor, and we have this flashers controller here, and you see that I have set include in attract mode to no. So if you want to exclude something from there, just set this to no. But if you want them to flash, they'll flash too. So let's see what that looks like. See? They're just going to kind of flash along. Boop. But, that massive flashing just doesn't look quite right. So let's just keep those out of that. So we can do that just like that. Okay, let's see. All right, so there were a couple more things that we did. We fixed. One is the random, I'm telling you guys, my brain isn't working right today. The random logic controller event type, excuse me, it is now fixed, and I think you may have seen that. Yeah, let's continue. So you'll see that these are lighting randomly, and none of them will, well, they just light randomly, just like the sequential, and works the same way as a sequential, but it's random. So that can be fun to use for different things. You can use the random to fire off different stuff, make things happen, diddly-doo. Okay. And there was one other thing that I think we needed to point out. And let me take a look at my... yes. The default drop target bank reset sound effect has been removed. It was a boo 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 kind of a sound effect, not a mechanical sound, but just a sound effect. And that has since been removed, so it won't trigger anytime anymore. And you have to set up those sounds, the sound effects inside Logic controllers. Another thing that we did was we added, if you go to cabinet mode, you'll see a new playfield texture in here, this solid color one. So our default is this, of course, and then, we can go now to solid color. And the nice thing about solid color is that if you click then on the playfield, you can change that to any solid color you want. So this would be handy if you want to do just a very black background, so that you could do something with illuminated components. So if we go here and we take our lights down, you can't see the ball right now very well, obviously. But when we have an illuminated ball in there, that will be an option. So you can have fully lit action going on in there on a black background. That was the whole point I was trying to make. If you wanted to make your playfield a solid color without having the wood grain underneath, that's a way to do it. So that should be in there for you when you get the update. And let's see if there's anything else we have here. Added this. And let's see. Oh, you'll see this display type is here. Digital or electromechanical. Nothing is going to happen yet when you change that, but that will be an option to change these digital displays to wheels, EM style wheels. So that's going to be an option here soon. And we're also working on an option to change the color of the displays, because that's always important, right? So we're working on that too. It's tricky, it's a challenge, but it's doable. So just hang in there for that. And I think that's going to do it for today. We just had a few cool things we wanted to roll out to you guys. And we're just going to keep on adding cool stuff. We're tweaking Rails and things such as that, and continuing to try to improve those specifically, because we know that the Rails are kind of wonky and they're very complicated, but we're making progress on that. So let's see. I think that's it for today. So hope you enjoy this update. If you have ideas for shooter knobs that you would like to see on the game, please let us know. If you have any other ideas, please let us know in the discussion forums on our Steam page, or in Facebook too, if you're talking with us over there. And until the next update, I will see you in the arcade.